Okay, maybe I'm not that scary, but I'm going to show you how to get this cute little cat look for Halloween. So definitely stay tuned. Hey beauties, Kim here, and I hope you're having a wonderful, beautiful day as always. If you're clicking on my videos for the very first time, welcome. I really appreciate you for watching me. Don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe so you can see more videos from me. And for those that are subscribed to me and watch my videos all the time, thank you so much. I really love you. Let me tell you, every Halloween season, you see all these videos with like all these elaborate Halloween costumes and Halloween makeup, and you may feel like you don't know what the hell you're doing or how to do it. So I decided to go ahead and do a couple of Halloween tutorials that are beginner friendly. So the makeup is pretty basic, but even though it's basic, you can still slay in basic, you know? So I don't want to make this tutorial very long, so I'm just gonna go ahead and jump right into it. But don't forget to follow me on Snapchat as well as Instagram, and let's get into the video. So we're gonna first start off with priming the skin. I am using my Revlon Photo Ready Primer. It's a drugstore primer that I absolutely love because it just sucks up all the oil in my skin. Next thing we're gonna do is move on to eyebrows. I'm gonna use my NYX eyebrow pencil in black brown, and I'm just gonna go ahead and draw on my eyebrows. I want my eyebrows to look really, really fierce since, of course, we're gonna be a cat. So I'm gonna draw my eyebrows the way I normally do, but I'm gonna put a little bit more pressure on the pencil. And I'm just going to draw the top and then the bottom. And then I'm going to go in with really deeper strokes on the outer part of my brow. Get it really intense. And I'm actually going to go in upward motions, the front of my brow. Upward strokes. It's okay if it looks really, really harsh because we're gonna blend that out with the spoolie, and then we're also gonna add some concealer. Now taking a spoolie, I'm going to blend upward to kind of fade the the front of the brow and comb through. Now using my LA Girl Pro Concealer in Espresso, I'm going to outline my brows, clean them up, and I'm just using a synthetic brush. For this step, you want to go with a concealer that's pretty much your skin tone. You don't want to go with anything that's too light. Now that our eyebrows are done, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the eyes. I'm gonna use my same LA Girl Pro Concealer in Espresso, and I'm going to dab this all over my eyelid just to even out my eyelid and also underneath my eye as well, because this is gonna serve as a base for the eyeshadows. We want the eyes to be a focal point, so I am going to apply concealer on the top and underneath my eye, just so the whole entire portion of the eye is pretty much clean. Now I'm going to set my eyelid with some setting powder. We're gonna keep the eyes pretty neutral, so I'm gonna go in with MAC Brown Script, and this is actually gonna be serve as my transition color. I'm gonna use a fluffy brush to apply this color above the crease. I really want the color to be intense, so I'm gonna build it until it's really intense. I'm so sorry about the noise outside. So we want the eyes to pretty much be basic but exaggerated, if that makes sense. So we want the colors to be basic and neutral, but we want the colors to be very vibrant. So what I'm gonna do is to go in my Tartelette and Bloom palette. Y'all know this is one of my favorite palettes, and we're gonna take this color right here, which is Smarty Pants. It is a nude color. I'm going to apply this all over my eyelid with a regular eyeshadow brush, and I'm just gonna pack that on because, like we said, we want the colors to be very vibrant. So I'm not gonna sweep it, I'm gonna pack it on all over the lid. I'm gonna use two brushes for this next look, but the first brush that I'm gonna use is my Sigma Small Taper Blending Brush, the E45. It has a little pointed tip, and I'm gonna take this color right here, which is Leader, out of the same palette, because we are going to give the crease a little bit of definition. I'm gonna pack it a little bit on the outer corner and then also cut the crease with this. The reason why I like using a tapered brush, a pointed brush, is because it allows you to really get into the crease. So for me, I tilt my head back, and you can see right here, this is my socket. So I'm applying that color back and forth in the socket. Now we're gonna build up the crease even more. I'm gonna go in with Activist, which is this color right here. It's a little bit darker than Leader. I have not used this color yet, and I'm so happy and excited to use it. I'm gonna use my Sigma Shader Crease Brush, the E47. It's really, really skinny and precise so that you can actually get in the crease very easy. And we're gonna darken that up. If you're a beginner to a cut crease look, all you need is this eyeshadow brush, and you will be able to easily cut creases. Now going back into Leader, and I'm gonna put that color in between Brown Script and Activist just to blend it out. Now we're gonna lay down some foundation and some concealer, and then we'll move back on to the eyes to smoke out the eyes and make them more cat-like. The foundation that I'm gonna use today is gonna be my Matte and Poreless by Maybelline. My foundation routine is pretty much going to be the same. I'm gonna apply it with my Beauty Blender sponge. Now going in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer in Espresso, I am going to blur out my pores. I'm going to apply this underneath my eye and a little further down. This is always my first concealer. And these concealers are really, really cheap and inexpensive. I love them because they're really thick. Now let's just go in with some Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in Cafe. I'm going to use this to highlight. I always go with the skin tone concealer first, and then I use one that's a little bit lighter, and I'm going to highlight all the areas that I normally highlight on a day-to-day basis, which is underneath my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, around my mouth, a little bit on my forehead and my chin, because we still want to have the same highlighting routine. Contouring may be a little bit different, but highlighting is going to be the same. We're going to begin a little bit with contouring before we move back to the eyes. We're going to use my Bobbi Brown foundation stick in Espresso, and we're going to cut underneath the cheekbones, a little bit on my forehead, the sides of my nose, just a little bit, and my chin. Now, if you can't get your hands on the Bobbi Brown foundation stick, then you can actually get the black opal ones. Those are really good as well. Now I'm just going to use my Real Technique buffing brush to blend that out. We want our contour to be really sharp and defined, so that's the reason why I'm going in with the cream product first, and then we're going to apply some powder. For Halloween makeup, you want it to last all night. So I'm gonna use my Sacha Buttercup setting powder, and this is the only powder that I can use to bake with. So I'm gonna apply this on all the areas that I applied my highlighting concealer. And I wanna bake today because, you know, I want my makeup to stay. And as we bake, we're gonna move back onto the eyes. Making our eyes more feline-like, I'm gonna use my NYC liquid eyeliner, and I am going to draw a wing. We're also going to extend the inner corner of the eye a little bit. Now it's time to tight line a little bit. I'm going to use my MAC eye pencil in it's the Eye Kohl and Smolder, and I'm going to tight line the bottom and the top. And I'm going to drag some of it down a little bit because we're going to start smoking out the bottom lash in a second. Now I'm going to take my same Sigma crease, the E47, the one we applied to do the cut crease, and I'm going to take Activist and apply it on my bottom lash line to smoke it out. Alright. And now I'm going to take an angled brush to get the inner corner. Now let's go ahead and wipe away the setting powder so we can start working on contouring. So contouring should be really intense and very, very defined since we want those feline-like features. So use any cool tone eyeshadow that you have, or you can use a cool tone contouring powder, which I'm going to use. This is by Makeup Geek. It's called Scandal. And I'm going to be using my MAC 163 brush for contouring today because I want it to be really sharp. So I'm going to start chiseling out my cheekbones. I'm going to draw a straight line at first. So suck in your cheekbones and apply that line, draw that line. Now, it's okay if it's not blended because now I'm going to go in with a warm tone contour, which is Deal Breaker, another one by Makeup Geek, and I am going to apply this above the cool tone contour. And I'm going to start applying it on my forehead and my chin. So we also have to snatch this nose. So I'm going to go in with the cool tone powder and I'm going to apply this on the sides of my nose with my Sigma E45. Connecting it at the front of the brow and moving down. And I'm going to drag some of the powder down. To make it really defined. Back with my MAC pencil and Smolder, we're going to fill in the tip of the nose. So to keep the look pretty simple, I'm not gonna go to too many different eyeshadows. I'm gonna stick with the same palette. I'm gonna take this cool tone brown, which is called Smoke Show, in the same palette. It's really, really deep, almost a black, and I'm going to apply it on top of Smolder to set it. Now I'm gonna draw a line down the center of my nose to my mouth. And with a really flat shader brush, I'm gonna do the same thing and take that brown and fill in. Taking a pointy brush, let's finish the face and then we're gonna move on to the lips. I'm gonna use my CoverGirl Ebony Bronzer as blush, because we want a really natural blush. I'm actually gonna go in with the red lip today. So I'm gonna use MAC Night Moth Lip Pencil, and I'm gonna line my, well, the top and my bottom lip. I'm gonna overdraw my top lip just a little bit. And I'm gonna try this soft matte lip cream by NYX. It's called Monte Carlo. Well, beauties, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm gonna see you in my next video very, very soon. Bye.